Hey, everybody out there. Before the podcast starts, I don't really talk about politics at all on this podcast or anything that I pretty much affiliate myself with. Um, but Election Day is in a matter of days on November 5th. As I'm recording this on the 29th of October, this is a very important election year. To whomever party you are representing, the most important thing is just to go out there and vote and let your voice be heard. So, to everybody out there, go vote, let your voice be heard, and make a difference. On to the show.
And the rockets, red girl. I fucked it up. Can I go back? Please? A bomb bursting, and then I got too nervous.
Hey, everybody out there. Welcome back to the Conference Call Podcast. If you have not rated and reviewed the show on your podcast platforms, a 5-star rating and a review will help boost the algorithm of this show to more platforms than usual. You can also follow us on YouTube and on Instagram at the Conference Call Podcast. People, I will not keep you long as well, but I wanted to talk about the World Series, the LA Dodgers and the New York Yankees. And as this was going, I had this crazy idea of calling Dick from the Mind of Dick to see if he was even available to do it. Unscheduled at all, just to see what his opinion was. And I'm going to see if I can. Let's see if we can do this.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Oh, he must be. Huh. Well, he must be talking to somebody else. But, people, this World Series, as I'm watching it in Game 4 in New York, I'm not a baseball fan. You guys know I'm not a fucking Dodger fan at all. And you guys know my opinion about certain fans and characteristics that Dodgers kind of follow that I dislike. But Dick isn't one of them. And most of my friends are not. And I want them to win. I'm going to try to do this as I'm talking to you guys. Oh, shit. We may have got one. We may have got him.
What's up, dude?
Hey, we got him. What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Nothing much, man. I was just getting to do a podcast and talk about the Dodgers. And I'm like, I thought I'd give you a call to see if you were available to give your opinion on what the hell's going on right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely available. What's up?
So first off, I want to, you guys are up. If no one's watching this World Series, the Los Angeles Dodgers and the New York Yankees are playing right now in the World Series, and the Dodgers are up 3-0. And from game one, we didn't do a useless information podcast last week, so I didn't get to talk to you about game one and definitely game two. But game one, for me not being a Dodger fan or even a baseball fan, dude, I was sucked in from fucking game one. Holy moly, could you not have asked for a better game one World Series?
Oh yeah, I was worried, and then it was up and down. It was a roller coaster. I was worried, and then I was happy, and then they were leading, going into the 10th. I was like, okay, this game's over. And then my boy Freddie with that grand slam walk off, and that just gave the Dodgers momentum through the next two games. It was just there. That's the way baseball works. Is the team with the momentum, the team that wants it more, is always gonna start winning the games in the playoffs, and that's what they did the last two games.
I just keep remembering what that professional, sports journalist or whatever you call them said. It's going to be the Yankees pitching that's going to be a problem for the Dodgers. And everybody that I've been talking to at work who are Dodger fans are now tailgaters, whoever the hell are popping up all of a sudden. They're like, dude, it's never been that way. Like, the Yankees just did not show up for this series at all. It's the Dodgers. I don't know anything about how anybody's been playing at all. I'm complete noob to any of this because I don't watch it. If my Braves aren't playing, I'm not doing it. So,
right.
But for this being such a pivotal World Series, I mean, this marks back to the 80s as well, dude, from one of like a landmark World Series they had back then.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, 1981.
81. So I wasn't even born back then. So, but with this, I mean, if you're if you're a Dodger fan, you're up 3-0. The crazy thing, oh my God, dude. So I was kind of like debating if I was going to call you and do all this stuff. So I decided just to hit play on my recorder. And dude, you would not fucking guess what I got. Check this out. Holy shit! He fucking crazy one! I can't believe he did it! Holy fuck! Oh my God, I can't believe I got that recording! So I was just recording just to see what was going on because Yankees had the bases loaded and stuff. I'm like, we'll see. You know, if the Dodgers get out of this, this inning, it's going to be something to talk about anyways. You know.
Yeah. They almost did.
Yeah, and then Hudson comes out, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to call Dick. I have to call him. Because you know what? It didn't look anything like this the last 3 games. Nothing.
No.
I mean, the first game was really like neck and neck, but the last 2 games was all Dodgers, dude. All Dodgers.
Well, the problem with the Dodgers right now is they don't have starting pitching. They only have one. Or they have 2 starting pitchers, one really good one decent one. And they have like 4 other guys that are top class starters, but they're all injured. They got Kershaw, Glasnow, they got Dustin May, who's also injured. They got Shohei Ohtani, who's, he's going to pitch next year. So they don't have any starting pitching because everybody's injured. So this game they're playing right now is basically a bullpen game because they don't have anybody else. It's just a gap game to get back to their starters because their starters need a few days rest. And I don't understand that in the playoffs. It's like this is it. This is the end. And old school baseball, like I'm talking the 80s, even like some in early 2000s. Old school baseball, the starting pitchers are coming in. Like in 1988 when the Dodgers won, Orel Hershiser pitched. He basically pitched a shutout in game 2 and then came back in like game 5 and closed out like 2 innings. And that's what they used to do. It's like your best pitchers are going to pitch all through. And they're not doing that. This is a bullpen game. So they're just going to use all bullpen guys. They don't have any starters. And that's why this game is just kind of like a throwaway. You want them to win, but it's kind of like they're just trying to get, hopefully get a win, but they don't have anyone that could start the game. So they're using all relievers. You sound very, so you kind of sound like, if we lose this game, it's no big deal. It kind of isn't a big deal, but it is. Like, you can't, no mercy. Right. You don't want to like let these guys just win a game and say, oh, throw it away. But right now, like if they had, a third starter, if they had someone else that could start a game, then they would put them in this game. But right now they don't. So they're like, okay, we're just going to do what we can to bridge that gap to our next starter. And that's all they're doing with this game. So they're hoping that their relievers can do good. And what they did, though, they put in basically their 2 worst relievers to start the game. And what Dave Roberts was saying is that, okay, well, we'll see how the game goes. If we have a really good chance of winning this game, then we'll put in our badass relievers because they got a really good bullpen. And they just put in basically a couple guys that are kind of throwaways that are they're good, but they're not their best guys. And now it's 5-2. So we'll see how they come back. I mean, it is only the 4th inning, so we'll see what happens. So this game and the next game is in New York, correct? Yeah, and then they're off Thursday, and Friday and Saturday they'll be in LA. Okay. So I don't want to keep you any longer because obviously this game is about to become a nail biter at the very end. I can almost feel it. Yeah, I have that feeling too. But let me ask you this before I let you go. Okay. How do you feel about letting the Dodgers let go a couple games to win it in LA? That would be nice, but it's dangerous at the same time. Like you let them take a couple games, and then it's
Momentum.
next thing you know, they start getting momentum and start getting happy. And like, I'm a no mercy. Like I don't care where you do it, just do it, just win, no mercy, take them out.
Yeah,
It
sweep
would be
it.
nice to celebrate in LA, but I don't care. Let's get the win. Let's get this World Series. Let's get this parade back to LA.
No matter what, dude, LA's gonna riot wherever you guys win it. So it doesn't matter. But it's
It
just,
doesn't matter.
but it's just, I guess it's just one of those things. Like if I was a Dodger fan, like man, that'd be so cool if they just won it in my backyard.
Yeah, that's always better. But I'm all about just get the win, get
Just
the
get it over
W.
with,
I don't.
yeah.
Yeah, just win, baby. That's all I care about. Like Kobe says, job's not finished. Just because we're up 3-0, no mercy. Job's not finished. Let's get it.
Yep. Yes, sir. Well, hey, man, I won't keep you any longer. I truly appreciate you even taking this phone call, man, and I can't wait to talk to you on Friday.
Of course, man. Yeah, I'm excited.
Hey, we're doing top 5 shows still, right? That we've attended?
Yes, we'll still do top 5 shows.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
all right, man.
I'm excited to talk about those.
Me too. All right, brother. I'll talk to you then. Love you, bud.
All right, bye.
All right. So that's how friends, talk. Dude, I love that guy. Fucking Dick is an amazing individual. And recently, the crazy thing is that he's like, dude, I bought a VCR from a thrift store, and I found all this footage from like my band, from What For, from Slum Tree, from your old band. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, dude. So he posts it on Instagram, tags us, he sends it to me. He texted it to me, and I saved it and put it on Instagram. And the reaction I got so on Instagram, I have quite a few accounts. I have a personal one just for my close friends and family that I post like my family stuff. You have to be in the core to be on that one. Then I have my foolish meme page. I have this conference call podcast, and then I have my barbecue catering thing. So I posted on my personal one, and mostly like from people that I went to high school with and all, and like friends and family, whatever the case may be. And the reaction I got from that video, and at the time it was a video of my band playing in Dick's backyard, his trailer park show. He called it the trailer park show, Dick's trailer park show. And we had a little mini stage where our drummer was on. I was the guitar player and singer, and my buddy Kyle was the bass player. And you can tell we are complete novice at playing music. We just write like verse, chorus, end song, go to the next one. These songs were like not even 2 minutes long sometimes. We sounded, compared to where we're at now, we sounded horrible. But no, I don't think we sounded horrible. I just think we were kids playing music. And it was fun. And the reaction there was like, I had comments saying, I wish I was a part of this. It was the good old days. This was I remember Kyle commenting on it. He's like, this was my very first show I ever played. And it was just crazy because me and the drummer had played like in front of like people, but never like a real show. Cause we weren't really, we could have just flowed right off the whim. I had that feeling with my best friend Eduardo, but he had moved out of the city, so I couldn't jam with him. So I started a new group, and this new drummer Jose, we just clicked just like that. We can just vibe off each other, look at each other's eyes, and know when we're gonna change and do this and that. It was awesome. So when Kyle joined, it was like kind of like fresh to him, but because Jose and I had went through like one bass player that he was like just way fucking better than us, so it was kind of good. It didn't work out. So when Kyle came in, we were already kind of like, prepped up to how this this kind of band thing worked. So when he joined, it just kind of worked out. So it was something really fun to see because I don't have a lot of this footage, and to have him in my life that has all this type of shit, that he was smart enough to record all this stuff. I get to selfishly just relish in this type of stuff. So, I mean, it's just fun. It's really fun. But speaking about concerts, holy fuck, what dropped today? What dropped today was the lineup for When We Are Young 2025. And 2024 has not even happened yet. I don't even know who's on this fucking year's lineup, to be quite honest with you. As soon as this dropped, oh my God, I'm so excited about this. I've never been so excited about a show. I don't know. I'm so excited about this. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to make this happen, and it's going to happen. So for the last few years, since January of 2023, a specific group has been on hiatus for what we knew was like on a permanent hiatus. I've been telling my family, my fiance and my daughter, who are big fans of this group, that don't you worry, they will be back. No one is ever truly gone unless the main attraction is deceased. That's the only time it happens. So I told him, do not fret, my beautiful, loving family. You will be graced with the beautiful songs from this group. And once I went on social media today, this is October 29th. When We Are Young in Las Vegas dropped a 2025 lineup with headliner Panic at the fucking Disco. Let's fucking go, people. I fucking love this group. We saw them a while back. I think it must have been like 5-6 years back. And they were incredible. He's amazing. Brendan Urie is fucking amazing. And they're playing their first album in its entirety. Oh, talk about bringing back nostalgia. With them headlining, I just them alone, I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm sure the rest of the lineup is going to be fantastic. I can't even, I'm like, it didn't matter. It didn't matter who else was getting me. I didn't even care if there was a co-headliner, but I find out that Blink 182 is the co-headliner. Oh my gosh. So you can tell I'm fucking shaking right now. I'm so excited. I'm reading this off because we have Weezer, Avril Lavigne, The Offspring, Knocked Loose, who is by far my favorite band right now. The Used, All Time Low, The Gaslight Anthem, Bad Religion, Yellow Card, Ice Nine Kills, Motionless in White, Kubla Khan. Oh my God. I'm telling you right now, just Panic, Blink 182, Weezer, Knocked Loose, Yellow Card, Kubla Khan, for sure, Asking Alexandria, hello, thank you, Story of the Year, easy. Who else? Oh my God, there's so many fucking people. Let Live's gonna be there, Crown the Empire's gonna oh my God, this is such an incredible fucking lineup, people. This is fucking incredible. Seosen's not playing that year? Oh, Paris is playing? Paris is great. Oh, good heavens. When I think about this incredible lineup, I think about my daughter. I think about all the shows that she gets to experience because this is something I want her to experience because she might not be old enough to do this type of shit. Or she might not be able to do this or see these groups when she gets old enough to be like on her own and stuff like that. So I'm trying to give her memories right now of like first times. And Panic at the Disco is one of our favorite groups. And I'm so happy that they're back. You know, the whole controversy and the cancellation and the shitty album from Brendan Urie and Panic's last album and stuff. I don't give a fuck about that stuff. I live in all their albums prior to that. okay, their last album wasn't that good. So he decided, like, I'm done. I'm going to have a kid. I'm going to take a break. All this cancellation. Holy fuck. The Dodgers just hit a home run. Holy crap, dude. This is fucking crazy, dude. This is really nuts. He's like, boo, boo, boo. His name's Will Smith. What a trip. What if the real Will Smith came out and smacked that Will Smith and said, don't use my fucking name while hitting a home run? That's plagiarism. I think about this. Think about these first times. Like, I'm going to see Blink 182 for the first time. I'm going to see Weezer, The Offspring. I would love to see the use. The thing about it is when we were young, you had to be really strategic about when you see certain bands. And that's why it's like really pivotal that you plan this shit out. So I'm just more excited that me and my family get to just be a part of something so monumental. And I'm going to tell you right now, When We Are Young is fucking crushing it right now when it comes down to just how people are just attracted to music that we all grew up with, because now music just isn't the same. It isn't the same. We've talked about this many times before. I've talked about it to millions of times to like Dick and other people. It's just not the same thing. But what we grew up listening to, oh yeah. If you had if everybody in the 80s that actually could sing and just perform properly, that a festival of the 80s would be fucking awesome. Just like if you had like Africa, like Whitney Houston, Prince, like UB40, like, just give yourself a whole array of different type of 80 music and shit like that. That'd be fucking awesome. If we had George Michael would be there, it would just be like my fantasy to have all these greatest of all time 80s, people performing all in one show. It'd be fucking awesome. But now we get When We Are Young, Sick New World, where it's all like metal, all new, new metal and shit. So they're just branching off this Coachella and Stagecoach and all this stuff. And When We Are Young is doing a good fucking job. I have not been so goddamn excited about this show. I was talking to a buddy of mine and I was like, are you going to go? And she's like, I don't know. I just bought tickets to EDC, which I just saw video from a buddy of mine who went to, this rave called Escape recently in California. And like, raves are so fucking awesome, man. Like Tomorrowland, overseas, I want to do that so bad. So when I see these little mini raves, I go, damn, dude, they're still, the production is so crazy now, even in these small shows. And they're not even small. Like, he told me there's like thousands and thousands of people there just walking around. And the thing about it is with raves, like, there's no like seats. Everybody just stands for fucking 12 hours or like 8 or 9 hours just fucking rocking and rolling. You think you have endurance? A raver has fucking endurance, dude. Whatever you might, well, they're hooked up on all these different types of drugs. Well, fucking, that's how you have to fuck. If you have to stand for 9 hours straight, you're going to need some help, people. Whatever the case may be, you're going to need some fucking help. But I was talking to my buddy about it. So she's like, I got EDC tickets and I got Warped Tour tickets. All right. I'm not going to lie to you guys about it. I was super excited about Warped Tour because personally, between you and I have never went to Warped Tour. I was excited to be a part of a Warped Tour, and I might still try to get tickets to Warped Tour when it gets closer. They may be sold out, whatever. If I'm looking at priorities right now, When We Are Young is the priority right now. But I hear rumors that Fallen in Reverse may headline Warped Tour, which is going to be bananas. How crazy big Fallen in Reverse has gotten. Their latest album, Ronald, I didn't want to like compare him compare Ronnie Radke to anybody when it comes down to music. But if I was to like categorize what Ronald sounds like, he's like the Kanye West of his genre of music right now. This album is like he pulled all these different ideas out of all these different fucking hats of ideas, mixed them together, and it sounds good. Like it fucking sounds good, people. And I've been a Fallen in Reverse fan. I took my daughter to go see Fallen in Reverse when they opened up for, it was Dillinger Escape Plan, Fallen in Reverse, Papa Roach, and A Day to Remember. And I went and saw, I mean, I've been a fan for the longest time when he was like opening up for these groups. And now I talk about Falling in Reverse in like he is Ronnie Radke, because honestly, since conception, since leaving Escape the Fate and starting Falling in Reverse, he is like the original member. Just kind of like Panic at the Disco and shit. It should have just been like the Brendan Urie band. But you want people to remember you and remember like the nostalgia of what they grew up listening to. And the music still sounds the same, if not better, because the musicians have gotten a lot better as too. I'm not saying like the old musicians were bad, but you're not going to get bad musicians if you're getting new members. You just don't do that. Luke Holland, I remember watching him. He's the drummer, for Fallen in Reverse. And I remember watching him pretty much grow up on YouTube, where he started doing all these drum covers or all these badass groups. Sometimes like remixes and shit. Holy fuck. Dodgers have 2 on, 1 out, top of the 5th. They can take the lead with a home run right now. This is fucking crazy right now. Like, this is nuts. So if they headline Warped Tour, I expect that to sell out super quick. If you're not following Ronnie Radke on social media, that dude is fucking, that's one. Did they get a double play? They got a double play. Holy fuck, that got him out. If you're sensitive to sensitive type esque humor, let's just face it, people. Humor is getting more dark. It's going back to like the 70s and 80s of humor, where people didn't have sensitive ears. Look at it this way, people. How people should approach comedy or sarcasm. They should approach it the same way they say all the fucked up shit they say in the comfort of their home that they wouldn't say outside of it. That's how you should look at it. That's exactly how you should look at it. Because it's just sarcasm or jokes. Was he out? Oh, he was safe. I think that dude's safe. Oh, he's safe. You know what's crazy? Me not being a baseball fan, I never used to watch baseball where they had replays. So this, like, seeing a replay in baseball is fucking crazy. Not just like replays of home runs and shit like that, or crazy plays, but they have plays to like check. Like, I guess you can challenge in baseball. What the fuck? This is crazy. You're probably like, this guy is middle-aged and has no idea what's going on in baseball. No, I know more about the rules of football than probably most of you guys do. But I don't know nothing about baseball. So, man, when we were young, let's fucking do it, dude. I cannot wait for this show. Warped Tour hasn't even dropped a lineup yet. So, and I think what's crazy is that when we were young, just the first weekend just passed. The second weekend's this weekend. I'm sorry, I fucked that up big time. The crazy thing is, like, I wonder if when we were young we'll have Green Day back, because they were on, I guess, are they performing? Is this the second When We Were Young? Hold up. Let me just double check this. When we were Okay. Oh, so this... No, that's not it. All right, sorry about that. What the fuck? The internet sucks ass right now. All right, anyways. I don't even know who the headliner is for 2024. Yeah, they keep fucking... It says, who's performing in 2024? And it keeps putting me to 2025 because everybody's so fucking excited about next year's When We Were Young. I mean, and rightfully so. Oh, yeah. So Green Day is still playing. See, I was questioning if Green Day was going to be able to play because of all the shit talking that they were saying about Las Vegas buying the Oakland A's. You know, it's like this is like a shithole city and stuff. And some of the radio station banned some of the Green Day songs being played and shit. So, I mean, Vegas is going to do what Vegas is going to do. And if the Oakland A's were doing good in Oakland, and if the Oakland Raiders were doing good in Oakland, they wouldn't have moved to fucking Las Vegas. So, take that, nerds. So, it is what it is. I was going to try to talk to Gibbs about UFC 308, but I think I'll save that for another podcast. But one last thing I want to say before I let you guys go and kind of watch the rest of this amazing game that's happening. I don't think the Dodgers are going to win today. I think, like what Dick said, they're just going to let this one go and get back to like kind of more of like a beefed up bullpen to kind of take them out because right now they're struggling. I heard something from somebody that there is reported to be 1.2 million influencers in the world. 1.2 million influencers. One of these influencers is Salt Bae. One of these influencers is, if you don't know who Salt Bae is, he's a guy who just bounces salt off of his fucking elbow onto overpriced products. Like gold tomahawk steaks that cost you thousands of dollars. Or this guy, Chotu Fan, who just repairs shit with like he... This is crazy. My algorithm will go nuts with this guy. And he pretty much has this little small workplace. You know when you see the Indian dude that sits like Indian style and he serves mush from like a dirty fucking pot into like a bowl of leaves and puts like carrots and fucking 4 buns on it and gives people like fucking like stomach aches and diarrhea after serving them food. So this little makeshift area that this guy has is the same thing as this Chotu Fan has, and he repairs pretty much the same fucking item day in and day out and records it on Instagram or on social media and repairs it like he is on crack, like he's just on a bender of crack with all this energy in the world. And I sit back because I get sucked into shit like that because he's like fixing blenders and reshaping pots so the lid fits on it properly. And I get sucked into all this dumb shit, and I realize that I'm a fucking moron because these people day in and day out, like I said, bring the same fucking shit over and over. Nothing new. Nothing new. Why don't you fix a fucking engine that fucking quick for me? Why don't you change an oil that fucking quick for me? That would be awesome. That would be something well worth watching. So I get sucked into this dumb shit, and I hear 1.2 million influencers, and I think to myself, if these are real influencers and not people trying to make $1 off the dumb idiots that watch him day in and day out, how much good could this world be if 1.2 million influencers influenced in the proper direction? It's mind-blowing to me, people. I don't come on here and express my feelings in hopes to change people's mind. I hope to kind of make you think, if anything. But I'm not here to change people's minds. I just want people to think outside the box and kind of just be like, all right, cool. Get a laugh in here and there. But I never try to make anybody feel like shit on this podcast. I hope none of you guys click this podcast over or change it and be like, man, I'm really depressed after hearing that. And if I have, please comment and let me know which episode I did. And I will reply back to you and give you a personal apology. Because that's not what... I'm not saying I'm an influencer at all. I just podcast my opinions about shit that people listen to when it comes out. And that's it. And I try to put a smile on people's faces. So if you're an influencer or you're trying to become an influencer, please, like we have done in society, diminished fucking really important words where they really don't have the same meaning like they used to. Like love. You know how you hear people like, oh, I love this. Oh, I love that guy. Oh, man, you know Jimmy? Oh, I love that dude. He's so cool. It's not the same feeling. Love doesn't have the same feeling. So, influencer, please, as titled, fucking influence somebody in the proper direction. Stop going on YouTube and be like, oh my gosh, I'm influencing you. Look at my new $2 million home. Blah, blah, blah. You're not influencing shit. Like Jake Paul. I used to watch Jake Paul back in the Vine days where him and his brother were fucking hilarious. Now that these guys have money, they're narcissistic, egotistical fuckfaces. They're good at what they do, but they're not funny anymore. They're just clickbait fucking influencers that people call influencers. That they made all this money off these people because it was just hip to know these or to follow these fucking people. And now they're making more money. Now they stopped doing all that shit. And now they just became businessmen and become annoying with that. So, anyways, thank you guys for listening to this podcast. If you have not rated and reviewed this show, please go do so on your podcast platforms. Please go follow us on Instagram and YouTube at the Conference Call Podcast. But most importantly, keep positive and stay classy. Peace.